Hey guys, you're here with Lawrence again. Thanks for joining me and thanks for another week of greatness. I'm calling you in from Knokke, which is a coastal town here in Belgium, and it's a beautiful day. Behind me is the sea. Behind me over there, that's the beautiful sun, and it's about 7 o'clock here. Stays sunny till 11 o'clock in summer. Europe is one of the most beautiful places you'll ever find. And while I've been doing my trip here in Europe, I've come across something that's really powerful. And that is that in order to change your life, you're going to have to give yourself rewards for the right behavior. Now that might sound a bit confusing. What do I mean by that? Well, let's use the example of a dog, right? We all know that if we want a dog to stop doing something, we punish them. If we want a dog to do something more, we can reward them. So if your dog, if he sits down, then you give him a sweet. If it comes to the dinner table while you're eating, you can, give it a bit of a hiding and it will run away. So you either give it pleasure when you want to reward that behavior and make more of that behavior, and you punish when you want to stop that behavior. Now humans are exactly the same. When we want to change a behavior, we need to reward the right kind of habits and we need to punish the wrong kind of habits. Now I was recently with a family in England and they had 2 dogs, and it was just the epitome of a lack of training for these dogs, because they would come and stand on the dinner table while we were eating. And for me, that was just extremely rude. I would have, if my dog was standing on the dinner table while I was eating, I would chase it away and I would ban that kind of behavior. But what I saw is that the father, or the husband, he rewarded the dog with some food. So of course the dog's gonna keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. Now another thing that I've noticed here in Europe is that they've got this thing called social housing, or benefits. Basically, when somebody's unable to work for whatever reason, they get given money by the government for food, for housing. So it's a really admirable system, because nobody goes without food and nobody goes homeless. But the thing is, they're starting to reward the wrong behavior. The problem is, some people are earning more money on benefits than they are in their actual job. So what do? They go to the government with some excuse or some story as to why they can't work, and they get allocated benefits. Now, people who are capable of working, able to work, are actually going to the benefits, because why work hard when you're going to get paid more doing nothing? And again, this couple that I stayed with, the wife in the relationship doesn't work because she's on the benefit structure. And every day I spoke to her, I could see that she didn't feel like she had a purpose. And I'm not saying work should be your purpose. Work should be your passion. You should do something that makes you feel productive. But she didn't feel like she had any worth, because she was not having to work. She didn't have anything to do or to look forward to during the day. And as a result, she started to take drugs and to start to dim herself with narcotics and with addictions of TV and alcohol and drugs, because I think without that productivity, without that feeling good, without that purpose in life, we are going to drown. Now again, we're driving people to earn more money on benefits than working, and if they're not working, they don't have some sort of purpose in life, they're gonna find some way to distract themselves. They're gonna find some way to dim the light that was once there. They're gonna start to find other addictions to try and help them feel at least a little bit good, because without feeling productive, without feeling like we're worthy of something, or that the world wouldn't be a better place without us being there. So guys, what I want to challenge you with is, if you want to change something in your life, if you want to lose weight, if you want to get better friends, if you want to get better grades, if you want to earn more money, you have to start rewarding the right kind of behavior. Because just as we can train dogs with the right kind of behavior, to reward them when they do something right and to punish them when they do something wrong, we can do that with ourselves, and so we can create habits that empower the kind of life that we want to live. So for example, a personal example, I always want to write at least for an hour or 2 per day. And my favorite thing to do in the world is to do yoga and meditation. So I always say to myself in the morning, right, Lawrence, write for 2 hours, and once you've written, then you can do yoga and meditation. Now what I'm doing is, I want to start getting into that habit of writing on a regular basis. So what I'm doing is, I'm saying, do that behavior and I'll reward you. So just like I would reward the dog with a piece of meat or whatever it is when they sit down, all I'm saying is that if I do X, I'm going to reward myself with Y. And slowly I start to build this habit of writing, so that I don't need to reward myself. It's a reward on its own, because it's a habit, it's a ritual, it feels productive, it feels great to do it. And just like the guy who kept feeding the dog for the wrong behavior, what behaviors do you want to stop? And how are you rewarding yourself for those behaviors? So just think a little bit. What kind of results do you want to change in your life? Where are you unhappy with your life? And how can you reward the right behaviors? How can you, no, for example, if you want to get more into exercise, you want to lose weight, how can you reward yourself for exercising? Again, maybe it's the first thing you need to do in the morning, right? I need to go for an hour run, or I need to go for an hour in the gym, or I need to get in contact with that personal trainer. And then you can reward yourself and say, let me exercise every day for the next 4 weeks. If I do that, I'm going to take myself and my significant other, my partner, my friend, my dog, whatever it is, and I'm going to go for a weekend away. Because I'm working hard and I want to reward that kind of behavior. Another example, maybe just to make it real for you guys, is I set myself a goal about 1.5 years ago to say I need to make my own business a success. I need to turn my business into an online business. I need to turn my passion into what I do for a living. And I said to myself, I can do that. When I get that done, if I can put in the man hours, the dedication, the sweat, the tears every single day to get it done, I would reward myself with a month holiday overseas. And guys, I'm calling you in from Knokke here in Belgium. I'm on my way to Croatia next week, and I'm not saying this to impress you, but to impress upon you that this works. So if you want to change your life, you want to change your results, look at the behaviors that are bringing you down, and how can you punish those behaviors and reward the right kind of behavior so that you too can change the game. Guys, if you like my vibe, you want to join the tribe, please click subscribe. Let's change this game together. I look forward to being your partner through this discovery of the self. I cannot control whether my girlfriend or my best friend or my father or my mother acts a certain way. I can't control that. I can obviously communicate it to them, give them some feedback, tell them what I want and hope that they change. But if they don't change, I can't do anything more than that.